Hello students and learners, welcome to the new lecture, and in this lecture we are going to discuss about three topics. One is how materials are transported in the plant, next how water is absorbed, next is absorbing root hairs. These three are the topics that we are going to discuss in this lecture. Okay, now start with the first topic, how materials are transported within the plant. Okay, so what is meant by transport? Transport means movement or moving any materials from one place to another place. Okay, so such kind of movement from one place to another place is known as a transport. So in the plants also, the materials, whether it may be food or water or minerals, so these are transported from one place to another place of the plant. Okay, whether it may be from the root to the tip of the plant or from the tip of the plant to the root and so on. Okay, so here the transport system is supplying the essential nutrients like glucose. Okay, essential nutrients like glucose or water or minerals and so on. These all are the essential nutrients. So why these essential elements or minerals has to be transported? Why? Because these are very important for the metabolic activities. So what is meant by metabolic activity? Metabolic activities are nothing but the sum of catabolic and anabolic reactions. So metabolic activity may be anabolic or catabolic. Anabolic means build up process, and catabolic process means uh, it is nothing but destructive process or breakdown process. So to perform the build up process or breakdown these things, these comes under the metabolic activities that is important in the plants, animals and so on. Okay, so here while coming to the transport system, so these there are vascular bundles. So the vascular bundles in the plant helping in the transport of water, food materials and so on. So these vascular bundles are helping in the transport of water and food materials, and we have to remember that in the vascular bundles there are two things, that is xylem and phloem. Okay, these two, xylem and phloem, are important in the transportation of the food and water and other minerals. Okay, so these vascular bundles containing the xylem and phloem, and in the roots, the xylem tissue develops from the periphery to the center. So let us consider these are the roots. Okay, the plants contains the root system and also shoot system. Okay, so while if you take the root system, in the root system, so this is zoomed portion of the root, and there are the xylem. What they are saying, the xylem tissue developed from the periphery. It means from the outside to the inside. So such kind of development will be seen. That is in the roots. In the roots, from the periphery to the center of the roots. While in case of stem, if you take this part, in the case of stem, okay, you can see from the outside. So in this case of stem, develop from the center to the periphery. Okay, it means previously it is in the center and it is moving towards the periphery, which outside. Okay, so it is about the xylem and periphery in each xylem bundles. Xylem bundles are nothing but the vascular bundles are nothing but xylem and phloem is comes under the vascular bundles. Okay, next is how water is absorbed. We know that the roots absorbs water in the minerals from the soil, and there are few questions in these topics that it is given in the textbook. So first question is, what is the mechanism behind this? So osmosis is the main mechanism behind this process, and it is helping in the movement of water from the soil to the roots, from the roots to the stem. Okay, so osmosis, what is meant by osmosis? Osmosis is movement of molecules from the lower concentration to the higher concentration. Okay, and we will discuss this osmosis if within a moment. And the next question is, are the roots directly in contact with water? So actually many students will think that the roots are in direct contact with water. Actually the roots are not direct in contact with water, but the root hairs are direct in contact with water. Okay, roots contain, let us consider this is the roots, and these roots contain small hair like structure. So these hair like structure are known as the root hairs. So these root hairs are in direct contact with water from in the soil. As a result, they are going to absorb. But it is different in some other plants, like if you take the money plant. So money plant has roots. These roots are directly in contact with the water, and these roots are going to absorb water, and it is helping in the plant growth. Okay, so next is how water is absorbed. Water is absorbed through the root hairs. Okay, so next is the activity 5. So in the activity 5 we are going to see about root hairs under the microscope or observation. So first we have to germinate the bajra or mustard seeds in the wet filter paper. So if you it germinate, what will happen? The seed is going to grow. Okay, it is going to develop the root system and also shoot system. Okay, here we are interested in the studying of the root hairs. Okay, root hairs are coming from the roots, and we have to take one small root hair. Okay, let us consider this is a small root hair, and we have to squash the root hair between the slide and cover slip. We have to take the slide. Okay, let us consider this is a slide, and we have to keep the root hair here, and also we have to place the cover slip above it and add some amount of water and press it. Okay, if you press or if you apply the pressure on it, it is going to become flat in this way. Okay, okay, this is a root hair and this is a cover slip. Okay, so then now you can observe this slide under the microscope. If you observe under the microscope, you can see different structures, okay, in it, like xylem and so on. So, and examine under the microscope and observe the structure that you can see with the help of the microscope. Okay, next, the root hairs absorbs water from the soil into the plants by a process known as osmosis. Just now we have seen osmosis is the movement of water from the lower concentration to the higher concentration. So this osmosis mechanism is helping the plant to absorb water. Okay, so each and every cell act as an osmotic system. First of all, we have to understand how the root hairs are absorbing water. Okay, let us consider this is the root system of a plant. Okay, so if you see the small root hair and zoom it, how it will look like. So the root hair is going to look in this way. Okay, so let us consider this is a cell. It is a cell of the root hair. Okay, so it is a cells of the roots in this. It look in this way. Okay, and here what will happen? The cells are going to grow into a root hairs. The cells of the roots are going into a root hairs. Okay, so these are the root hairs that is coming into the soil. So these are the soil particles. So the soil particles containing water. Okay, so that water is known as soil water. The soil water contains dissolved minerals like iron, like magnesium, and so on. Different materials are present. Okay, now you can see that the soil water will be absorbed into the root hairs. So how the soil water enters into the root hairs, that is the main question. And you can see here, so mainly the root hairs are going to absorb by the osmosis. First of all, the soil water is less concentrated. It contains less concentration. Okay, as a result, the root hair is this, and this is a cell, and it has more concentration. Its concentration is more. Okay, as a result, the soil water is going to move into the root hair. Why? Because the soil water has less concentration when compared to the concentration of the root hair. Okay, as a result, what will happen? So its concentration is going to decrease. The concentration of the root hair is going to decrease, so when it is absorbing the soil water. So if you observe the adjacent cell, this is the adjacent cell. So its concentration is decreased after absorbing the soil water. So what will happen? It will be moved to the next cell. Why? Because in the adjacent cell the concentration is more. Okay, as a result, the water is going to move into the adjacent cell. Okay, in the same way, in the adjacent cell there is a concentration. Its concentration is going to drop, and another cell concentration is higher. As a result, the water is going to move into the adjacent cell, and so on. This is the process. So this is the process of the osmosis, where these root hairs are going to absorb water, and the water is transferred from one cell to another cell till into the xylem. As a result, xylem is going to absorb water from the root hairs, which is taken from the soil water. Okay, so this get diluted, so the water moves into the adjacent cell, which containing the higher concentration of the cell sap. Cell sap is nothing but a fluid-like substance in the cell that is known as cell sap. Okay, finally the water enters into the xylem vessels, and vast number of the root hairs makes the pressure. All the root hairs that you can see over here, they are going to apply some amount of pressure in the roots. As a result, the water starts moving into the xylem vessels, and this water which is present in the xylem vessels will be forced to the top of the leaf or tip of the stem. As a result, this pressure of the water will be making the water to move into the plant stem. Okay, so and also upward, known as root pressure. Such kind of a pumping of water with pressure into the stem of the plant is known as root pressure. Okay, so root pressure is one of the main cause of the movement of water in the xylem. So such kind of a mechanism like root pressure is one of the main important cause for the movement of water. Not only root pressure, there are many other aspects also there. They are also going to help in the movement of the water, but in them root pressure is one of the main cause. Okay, and I hope this lecture is helpful to you, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel so that you will get notifications when the lesson is going to start. And also you can like the video and also share and comment. You can ask your doubts or questions in the comment section so that we can reply to that. And in the next lecture we are going to discuss about what is root pressure and the mechanism of water movement in the plant. Okay, and we will see you in the next lecture.